Small goals when we started. Like we were so excited to make $500 in 8 hours with drips and injections and weight loss shots and all the things, right? And now if we don't do 5,000 in a day, we're like, what happened for today? And so it's just the mindset of keep growing never stops, and helping people never stops. Like, what can we do to help the next person? Because in functional health, there's just so much more that you can do than just what we thought at first what we could do.
Congratulations for earning over $9,000 in gross sales in the last week. Like, what?
Thank you.
It's crazy. Yeah, you
can actually make that 12K now.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's so awesome to see you just launched and you just came out of the door running and you're just doing incredible.
So I just, I was able to finally, launch. It took me a little while. And there was a lot of mindset shifts that had to happen. And that was where, you came into play, Helen, Corey, just all of the amazing women this village of women that just empower you. They really kind of helped me just break out of my shell and just go for it. And then once I did that, I kind of had to give myself the permission, like, this is what you want, just put it all out there, like, and the world is going to receive it. And then after that, I started getting this huge response from clients that really need the services that I'm offering. And it's just been really exciting to be able to make an impact on their lives.
Something wasn't clicking. I wasn't able to help the amount of people that I wanted at the level that I wanted at the rate where I didn't feel burned out. And so I was just not really clear on what I wanted. I didn't have a lot of belief in myself that I could do what I wanted to do. So I was apprehensive at first because it's hard to invest in yourself, right? But it's so meaningful. All the times in my life where I've invested in myself, whether it's a health coach, a dietitian, a business coach, a life coach, like I have soared to amazing places. And so the first caveat is just invest in yourself. And that's so important. I have 4 times my client base. Within 2 months of working with you, Heather, I made more in my coaching business than I did in my nursing business, which that hasn't happened in 5 years, even though I've put in way more hours. Like, it's incredible. And so amazing how you've been able to grow your client base so quickly and be able to increase your income so much and surpass nursing. And one of the other most important things is I freaking believe in myself. I always thought I did, but now it's like, you can do this. And the thought that I have literally everything inside of me to make my dreams and my goals happen.
I think my first hesitation, I think with most people, is like either the time or the financial aspect of it. Both of which were hesitations of mine. I homeschool. I have 3 kiddos and I homeschool all 3 of them. I work, like aside from my business, I work. And I do like all of the cooking, like I cook every single meal. I do all the things. I do a lot of things. So I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to start my own business. But it's true, I would never have been able to start my own business if I didn't have guidance, because I wouldn't know where to start. It would have taken me a lot longer, even if I would have, found the information online. And then in terms of other hesitations, just like the financial aspect of it. But I realized that I'm investing in myself and it's paying off, and so quickly, surprisingly. So that was like the big hesitation in terms of starting the program, just like finding the time and the financial aspect. So if anyone's hesitant, like I can't find the time, there's time. You'll realize that there's time. You're going to prioritize what's important to you. And I thought I didn't have any time. I have 3 kiddos. We just got to one of my kiddos' sports practice. I'm literally in the parking lot right now, and I'm with my other kiddos here in the car with me. And I'm finding a way to make time for what it is a priority for me. So I know if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Enrolled 6 clients within 10 days. And after that, I was encouraged to consider increasing my price. And so I doubled my price, and I've gotten 4 more clients after that. And it just encouraged me that I have a very valuable program, and that the results that I was seeing in my clients, that my program was worth more than what I was giving it. And so I've actually raised my price again. So it's just given me so much value in knowing that I know what I know, and my clients are doing so well. And that's encouraging. I'm living I wanted to for so long. It's given me the opportunity to work online and living off grid.
When I first joined the academy, it was a very interesting time in my life. I had just finished a coaching certification. I was working a job that I was miserable in, and my husband had given me the green flag to just quit my job and find something that really makes me happy. And I was like, wow. And I came across you, or you found me, and however that transpired, it kind of is a blur at this point, but it all happened for a reason, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect. So right before this, I was in a pretty dark place as far as what am I doing with my life after quitting my job, the job in the corporate world, the hospital, working from home. It was like, this is not what I'm meant to be doing. So behind the computer screen, it was like sucking the soul out of my life and my body. And I just said, I have to do something. So when you came into my world, I gave it a go, and I just trusted God's timing, and it's been a journey.
Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here for the training today. I'm going to be teaching you how to sell in the DMs. I'm so excited for this. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Heather Colledge. I've been in online business now for 11 years, and I have helped hundreds of people start and grow their businesses with sales, marketing, and systems to get to that next level. So I'm really excited to teach you how to have more freedom, more fulfillment in the work that you do, and more reward, and be able to enroll more clients through the DMs and having conversations with people. We are living in a world of AI, and it's so important to make sure that we're having that human connection, really connecting with people on a human level and building that know, like, and trust. So that's exactly what I am going to teach you today. So welcome, welcome. Be sure to stick around to learn more about how we can work together at the end. So here are some things that I hear a lot. I don't understand how nurses are making money on social media. I hear this all the time. The honest answer is simpler than most people expect. It isn't a bigger following. It isn't paid ads. It's not a perfect website or some complicated funnel. It's knowing how to have the right conversations with the right person at the right time. This is how you have the confidence to see that conversation all the way through and they become a paid client. Every client I've ever signed has come from a direct message. So I always have conversations with people before we get on a discovery call and before they become a paid client. So that's for like my main signature program. And this didn't come from, my clients didn't come from a viral post, from a super fancy launch, or like some complicated funnel. It's just from conversations with genuine connection, and it ended in someone saying yes to themselves and their dreams and their vision. This is the whole model. This has built a 7-figure business, literally from my phone. So a lot of nurses and health professionals struggle to get clients from social media. They're not lacking talent or credibility. They're just missing the framework for what you should actually say to someone who shows interest. So let's say someone comments on your post, someone slides into your DMs, and then the conversations start, but you're not exactly sure what to say or how to invite them to a discovery call. So I'm going to teach you the script that I teach our clients today. It's a more simplified version, but I am going to lead you and walk you through how to do that. The script that I've tweaked and used over the last 11 years, made it better, made improvements to it all along the way. This is what's going to allow you to stop feeling awkward in the DMs and get out of the friend zone and be able to have a conversation that leads to a paying client. So really excited to dive in. Go ahead and drop a number 1 if you are excited to learn how to have conversations that convert in the DMs, how to enroll clients through conversations. Drop a number 1 if you're excited to learn how to enroll these paid clients through conversations. So again, my background, I was an ICU nurse for 8 years, really wanted more freedom and fulfillment. Started with a health and wellness company. I was with them for 5 years, but really wanted something of my own. So I started my own business back in January of 2020, and we just crossed 4 million in the last 6 years. So it's just incredible to see what can happen when you go for your dreams, even when you're scared, because I was very scared. Okay, so number 1, how to convert conversations into clients. Most health professionals really struggle with sales because they think that selling means convincing people, pressuring people, pushing an offer. The truth is, selling is simply helping someone make an empowered decision that moves them towards their dreams and improves their life. So when you have the right framework, when you know exactly what to say, it changes everything and will allow you to bring in more clients. The first thing that we need to do is really make a mindset shift. A lot of times in the service industry, as nurses or healthcare professionals, we just want to serve, we just want to give, we want to help people. We don't necessarily want anything in return. We show up, we do the work, and we clock out. With selling, it's so different. So we have to step into a new mindset. And a lot of times, in the service industry, nurses, health professionals might think that selling is manipulative, uncomfortable, something that you shouldn't do. But the truth is if you have a service or a program that can genuinely change someone's life, then not offering it when someone needs it is actually a disservice. So if you've ever had like a patient who needed, pain medicine, but you were too afraid to give it because you didn't want to seem pushy, right? That would be unethical. And it's the same thing with selling. So you know that someone has a problem, you know that you can help them fix it. So if you don't offer your services to them, it is a disservice. It's unethical, technically. So your role is not to pressure people. Your role is really to identify the problems, provide clarity, and offer solutions. This is what ethical sales really is. So drop a number 2 if you want to learn how and why DMs work so well, especially for high ticket programs. Drop a number 2 if you want to learn why these conversations convert so well with a very comprehensive signature type high ticket program. Conversations build trust. People buy from people that they trust. Trust rarely happens from a post on social media. You need to have conversations. Content is one part of the picture, conversations is another. And if you're wanting to get clients, your conversations that you are having should be like 10x the number of pieces of content you're putting out there. So the more that you focus on having conversations, getting to know, like, and trust people, building rapport, building relationships with them, that's when you're going to start signing more ideal clients. And the more invites you do for discovery calls, the more clients you will have. It's a numbers game. The more people you invite to a discovery call, the more clients you're going to sign. So it's not about the number of pieces of content you're putting out. It's better to have quality over quantity with your social media marketing. So 3 good quality posts per week is far better than like 3 every single day, 7 days a week. And it's far better to be having DM conversations with 10 people a day than 1 person a day. So it's really just a numbers thing. The more conversations you have, the more beneficial it is to you. The more content and social media posts you put out, it's not more beneficial to you. So I hope that you can see and understand how the magic really happens in the DMs, in the private conversations that you have with people. DMs allow you to understand someone's situation, ask questions, provide insight, and build connection. You can also personalize the conversation according to what the person is telling you, right? So one nurse might be or one person you're talking to might be burned out, overwhelmed. Another one might feel stuck. And so you can meet each person exactly where they're at. And a lot of times people need guidance before they make decisions. A lot of times with a high ticket program, people need clarity, reassurance. They need empowerment. They need someone to be supporting them and helping them feel empowered to move in that direction of their dreams and their goals. And this is what we can do by having a DM conversation that leads to a discovery call. So one of the biggest mistakes that I see today is a lot of nurses and health professionals become too friendly, too casual, and too conversational in the DMs. So then the other person doesn't see them as an expert or a leader or someone they should hire and pay to help them. So it's really important to make sure that we're not becoming too friendly in the DMs. We don't want to sound like a coworker, a therapist, a friend. We want to come across as a leader, a professional who can solve a real problem. So this is called the friend zone. This is something that we work on with our clients in the academy. A lot of times, if you're being really conversational, being very relatable, talking too much, it can come across as the friend zone. And this is what not to do. Over talking, sharing too much about yourself, asking surface level questions, letting the conversation drift with no direction, responding instantly like you're on call. None of that needs to happen to have powerful conversations. Like, here's an example. Oh my gosh, yes, I totally get that. Healthcare is so hard right now. I feel like everyone is burnt out. How long have you been feeling like this? Right? So it doesn't move anything forward. So the shift from conversation to direction, then this would be something like, instead of saying, that's so hard, I'm so sorry you're going through that, because that's also kind of like allows them to emotionally dump. You change it to something like, how long has this been going on? Or how long have you been experiencing this? What have you tried to overcome? Or what have you tried to do to overcome this so far? Also, you don't want to say things like, I totally understand. I used to feel that way too. You want to say things like, what have you tried to manage it? If nothing changed, how would that make you feel? So you're still caring, but you're leading. So we don't want to come across as like a friend or really conversational. And we also don't want to overtalk, right? So asking one powerful question, let the client think, let the client respond. And then just really being short, direct, and powerful. This is something that I teach our clients all the time. So the more that you can like copy paste, but then sprinkle in voice memos in your DMs, the more powerful it will be. Because that's where the authenticity and the genuineness comes from, is the voice memos. When people can hear your voice, they know it's you. It's not just AI. It's not a robot. And so that's what builds trust. So it's really important to make sure that you're also sending those voice memos. And this is how you're able to really build that authority and the connection. So those are some examples, and I'm going to share with you a DM script that I have, a really simple one that you can get for free, and I'll put a link for it in the chat. The goal is not to have long conversations. The goal is to have effective conversations. The real point of having a DM conversation is to invite them to a discovery call. So if you have a really low ticket item, so anything up to $100, you can sell that in the chat with the link. A lot of times people aren't even empowered enough to click the link and buy. A lot of times people need to have a call. And then when you get on a discovery call with them, just talk about how your main signature program is so much better than this little $27 thing, and help them move into that, because then they understand and see better how working with you directly will give them such a better transformation, and they'll have far better results than just buying, some little self-paced thing or cheap offer, right? And so the moment that you stop trying to be liked, but show up as a leader, that is when your conversations start converting. So really focus on being a leader. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let me get to the right spot here. And we're going to walk through this example. And I have a link that you can click on to get a copy of this as well. So here's a really quick example of what your DM conversation can look like. So you'd want to say something like, hey, Amy, thanks for the connect. I'm a whatever type of coach you are, whatever business you are. What type of work do you do? You could also say, what inspired you to connect with me, or where are you from? So something really simple like this, something like you would say to someone if you met them in real life. So we never ever want the very first message we send to someone be, hey, so great connecting you. By the way, I have this awesome program and I think it would really help you. And here's the link to buy, or we also don't even want to say, hey, I'm Heather and I'm this type of coach and I help people do this. And here's my free group. You should click on it and join my free community, right? We never want to make any kind of offer, even if it's free, in the very first message. It is spammy. People will block you. They'll tell you to leave them alone. So the very first message, you want it to be very laid back, very conversational, like, hey, thanks for the connect. I'm a whatever coach you are, mindset, health, whatever. What type of work do you do? And then you'll want to send a voice memo back. Hey, so great to meet you. So cool you do this. And then after that, you could ask a follow-up question, or you could send them to your free community. Or if you have like a freebie or a lead magnet, you want to send something of value for free for them. You could say, hey, here's a free guide on how to do XYZ. You can click here for your free copy. Or if you have a free community, hey, here's my free community with tons of whatever type tips, whether you're a career coach, wellness coach, and then you just put the link there. And then it's their choice whether they want to click on it and join. So you're not pushing them, but you're offering something of value to them for free, where they can get more information and learn more and get more value. And then you can circle back with them. So 1 to 5 days later, coming back, hey, I missed you at my latest training. Here's the replay. If you've never done a training, you don't have to send that. But it is a really great way to build more know, like, and trust. So any live videos you've done, any trainings, make sure that you're saving all of those so that you can send a quick link where people can click on that and watch it and get more value and learn something from you. And then right after that, underneath it, ask about their goals. So what's your biggest goal with your health, your career, whatever type of coaching you do? And then when they respond, you'll send a voice memo again. Hey, I love your goal to do this. That's my specialty. And I would even space it out to the next day. So I'd wait until the next day to come back with this voice memo, because what happens is when you give them space, they get curious. And when they get curious, they'll go and start watching your content, watching your videos, reading your content, paying attention to who you are. But if we immediately respond, boom, 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 like they have no time or space to go and actually look at what you do, look at your profile, watch any of your trainings, read your content. And so they're probably not going to say yes to getting on a discovery call either, because you have to give them some time and some space to process. And also, we don't want to become like pushy in the DMs either. And so you would come back like the next day. Let's say they respond, you just leave it unread. You don't even answer it. You come back the next day. Hey, send a little voice memo. Hey, I love your goal to do this. That's my specialty. Talk about your transformation story or how you've helped clients with that, with a little short paragraph. Now, we don't want this to be super long, tons of text, several paragraphs. We want it to be very short and concise and direct. And then you could share a couple of testimonial screenshots from practice or paid clients that you've worked with and invite them to a call. You okay to jump on a 15-minute call to see how I can help you? And when they say yes, awesome. How about this or this time tomorrow? Great. Here's my link. Simple as that. That's how you get paid clients. You don't have to go into tons and tons of conversation, tons and tons of paragraphs about, oh, that's so awful. I'm so sorry. Oh, I feel so bad for you. We want to come across as a leader, not as a friend or a therapist. And we really just want to move the conversation offline into a real, actual conversation on a discovery call. That is where the magic happens. So let me know in the comments below if this is helpful, if you're learning from this. And I would love to invite you to my cash flow kickstart. So if you would like more help, this is a really great way that we can start working together right away for a lower fee than the academy. So if you're like, I don't know if I can do the academy right now, but I'd love to hear more information about your cash flow kickstart, this is what it is. So the cash flow kickstart is a 7-day live experience with me where we'd get on 2 Zoom calls that week around your schedule. And you have access to me in a chat thread for 7 days to ask me any questions you have about sales, marketing, strategy, systems. And this is exactly how we do this together. So for example, a client of mine, Katrina, came in. She had been in another mentorship for 7 months. She said that she learned more in 2 calls with me than she had in 7 months of that prior program. And this is Katrina. I learned more in 2 calls with her than 7 months in a different mentorship program. So if you're really wanting to have like a taste of what our Elite Nurse to Coach Academy is like, this is a great way to do that. You'll get some immediate momentum, immediate wins. I'll go ahead and put this in the chat, this link. So I'll go ahead and click on that. That's not the right one. If you are like a current student in the academy, then I do have the option to do an additional like one-on-one call with me. And so you can just message me about that. And let me just stop share so I can find the right place. So with the Kickstart, I do these about twice a month and it's around your schedule. So you'll just let me know what time works best for you. And I'll put you in the chat thread, but we will do that once we have your payment. So that's that. And let me see. I've lost my, oh, here it is. I'll go ahead and put this in the chat. Okay, so you can go ahead and click on this if you'd like to be a part of the Cash Flow Kickstart. And then the last way to work together would be in our Elite Nurse to Coach Academy. So this is my premier mentorship. This is the #1 sales and marketing program for nurses and health professionals on the internet today. So if you're really looking to build a solid, strong foundation for your business, know exactly how to enroll clients, build out your entire business structure and program, learn exactly how to do, how to do your marketing, how to put yourself out there, how to get paid clients and eventually replace your income, build a really long-term sustainable business, then this is our Elite Nurse to Coach Academy. So you can go ahead and drop the word Academy for more details on that. And then you can also book a call with us. And I do have a discount. So we are doing $1,000 off if you're in today. So you do have to book that call today to get the discount for that. And then you'll want to come to my inbox. So message Heather Colledge on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, and I will show you exactly how to how to get started. So really excited. I have lost my link. Dang it, it disappeared for the academy, but just come to my inbox with the word academy and I can get you more details on that. This is exactly where we will help you grow your business to the next level with, sales, marketing systems, more fulfillment, more freedom, really be able to travel more, have a business that you can work from anywhere. It'll give you so much reward and so much fulfillment. So I hope this was helpful for you today to learn exactly how to lead conversations into paying clients. Reach out to me with any questions you have, but it was amazing to see you. Hope you have a great day. Take care.